Greetings, brothers and sisters. So Disney's released their second Cruella trailer. And, you know, the whole idea of making villains heroes and glamorizing the devil, which they have done consistently. You know, we've seen this with Little Nas X, but it's something that is very prevalent, where the devil is, you know, getting rebranded. I got stuff with JoJo and one hilarious Hunter Biden headline, and also the media's obsession with Trump, who has more or less disappeared. But let's start here first.
Let me give you some advice. You can't care about anyone else. Everyone else is an obstacle.
Yeah, that's some good advice to give to children. We're watching Cruella. I mean, think about that, right? I mean, these movies are aimed at children. Maleficent and Cruella, where they're making villains now the heroes. This has happened consistently with Disney. The Descendants, which was grandchildren of villains. And so, you know.
You care what an obstacle wants or feels, you're dead. If I'd cared about anyone or thing, I might have died.
You know, it's really a cheery movie. Really cheery children's movie. And we now know how it's going to end. Cruella de Vil is going to rule over Emma Thompson and say, hey, you were just an obstacle, right? Some version of that. Like they've already given away the ending of the movie.
You have the talent. Whether you have the killer instinct is the big question.
Exactly. Teaching kids about a killer instinct. I mean, I don't know what target audience this is for, but it's mostly kids. This is a kids movie. And so, you know, and notice the black and white Freemasonic theme throughout.
She thought she owned everyone.
It's foolish.
So they're trying to make her the villain, Emma Thompson the villain, and somehow Cruella is a protagonist to unseat this villain, when Cruella, of course, is Cruella Devil.
Unhinged. Well, you're fired. Why are you speaking?
I think you've licked me. But there's something about poetic justice that's just so poetic.
You won't admit you love me.
It's so bad.
And so, how
Do you have a light?
So again, with the Freemasonic coloring everywhere, the black and the white.
you always tell me.
Yeah, we saw this in Hunger Games already.
Get her.
This doesn't have to be a scene.
It really, really does.
And so 130-pound Emma, what's her name? Emma Stone is going to beat up a number of security guards because, you know, it's written that way, right? You know, giant security guards.
I'd like to remind you all that I'm doing this in heels.
What was your name?
Cruella.
It's Cruella.
Get started.
I want to make trouble. You in?
I do love trouble.
He loves trouble. He does love trouble. Like, he just, Trouble's his middle name. Why do bats always get a bad name? The devil. They say it right here. They say on the license plate in the other trailer. So again, they want you to know that the devil is the hero in this one. They'll make sure all the kids know this because that's the new, you know, I mean, they're literally pushing the devil as a hero, rebranding the devil.
You have a bit of
The villain has Dalmatians, and they're crappy dogs. The Dalmatians are, you know, the bad guys, the dogs in this one.
an extreme side.
Yes, darling. And what fun that is.
The devil gets her due. The devil as a woman.
She stole my dogs.
She stole her Dalmatians, and she's just so evil. This is for kids.
I guess you must hate her.
She has made it me or her.
Somehow Emma Thompson doesn't realize that this worker is actually Cruella. Because, you know, she was wearing a mask and she has different hair, even though she has the same facial bone structure.
I choose me.
This is for kids.
Don't worry, there's lots more bad things coming.
Perhaps.
Oh, goody. Speaking of rebranding Satan, this is from Ryan Reynolds, right? Username Satan Rule 666, password 2020, a love story. So this was, you know, Satan was 2020, right? And now he's taken it in another direction where he's marketing for a computer software company, and they're using the devil as their spokesman because, you know, that makes logical sense.
Finding love on Match inspired me to look for other ways to be happy.
So first he was a spokesman for Match.com. Remember 2020, Married Satan? Remember that, you know, ad campaign that they had? And so now they've decided to use Satan again. Ryan Reynolds pimping out this concept. He's some sort of marketing guy now.
Took a new job at Big Wireless. These guys torture people on a whole other level. I'm learning so much. Is this
Yeah, we all are.
customer service?
He's been a real addition to the team. Prices are up, hold times have doubled, and some fees are so hidden, we can't even find them.
It's not just the painfully long contracts that makes this place feel like home.
The devil takes stinky poops.
It's the culture.
Guy could get a job anywhere he wants. DMV, IRS, Congress. We were really lucky to get him here.
Yeah, you were. You know, it's lucky that you got the devil working for you. I mean, you know, again, rebranding the devil. This is going on like across the board. They're really making the devil into a hero now. And I mean, it's just so 2021.
We've been having some issues with people switching to Mint Mobile. He was all over it.
So this is a commercial for Mint Mobile. Again, two different companies now have used the devil as a spokesman, Match.com as well.
Mint Mobile gives people premium wireless for just $15 a month. Instead of dropping our prices, let's raise our prices and use that money for an ad campaign attacking Mint. It's a win-win for us.
You know, you know, can you guys just stop sucking for like a day? Like, can we have just a day that's like everyone stops sucking? You know, I mean, I know it'd be hard for Ryan Reynolds, but just disappear for, you know, a day.
I mean, we win twice. Am I happy? Yes. This place is hell on earth. Big wireless people.
And so $15 a month, $30 unlimited. Is this wireless heaven? No, this is you guys using the devil, a rebranded devil, as a spokesperson. So here's a classic headline. Hunter Biden was odd couple roommates with crackhead mother of 7 named Bicycle. Hunter Biden shared his Logan Circle, D.C. apartment with a crackhead named Bicycle for 5 months, where the two of us interacted with a deranged crack-addled version of The Odd Couple. Apparently, he kind of, you know, went all in on this biography, which would be a scandal. I mean, this guy was admitting to being a crackhead. So he finally came out and said he was a crackhead, which we all knew he was. And, you know, all these things, he sort of copped to the laptop. And he says, Bicycle had 7 children, 1 on death row, another in prison for life. She didn't know the whereabouts of the other 5. Bicycle didn't have her crap together, and Hunter Biden decided to be roomies with her. I mean, you know, think about the way that they're covering up for this guy, JoJo, and his crackhead son. And so, you know, I would almost like to read the book with all the revelations that are in there. I am not going to, because it seems like he tells a little bit of truth about, you know, his depraved nature, but, you know, it doesn't matter. And so to understand how obsessed they are with Trump, things are going so well for Joe Biden that his predecessor, Donald Trump, has had to attack the president from a new angle. And Jimmy Kimmel Live ends up going after Trump. That's something new. Trump's basically disappeared. These were two headlines from Huffington Post. The other one, Don Lemon demonstrates why Donald Trump is the irrefutable king of cancel culture. So let's watch Jimmy Kimmel first here.
Our former president popped up on Newsmax today where he encouraged his MAGA heads to boycott baseball and warned against wokeness. And also, this is the move. Now that things are going well, they can't possibly credit Joe Biden for turning the country around. So Trump...
And you're saying Joe Biden turned the country around how? Like, what are you saying that he turned the country... Like, I mean, just... like, think about what he's saying, and why not focus on that? Like, why are you still obsessed with Trump? Like, why are you delving into Trump and not celebrating your hero, Joe Biden?
Company like to say someone else must be running the country.
I think other people are making most of the decisions, but I may be wrong about that. I don't know. You know,
right.
Look, I don't really know him very well, but
Right.
To be honest with you, somebody's making decisions. Let's put it this way: Bernie Sanders, if he ever won, he would never have gone anywhere near this. He cannot believe what's going on. This is Bernie Sanders on steroids. Our country's becoming a socialist nation. This is Bernie Sanders on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's on Newsmax, which is, I mean, this is where Trump is relegated to. Fox News is gone. You know, they turned on him. And so Jimmy Kimmel has to go all the way to Newsmax to find something on Trump. Right? This is how obsessed they still are with Trump, right? Trump has been relegated to, you know, he doesn't even have Twitter anymore. And he's going on Newsmax, which they wouldn't even acknowledge existed. But they're doing like dumpster diving to look for something on Trump to criticize.
Bernie Sanders on steroids. I wonder what that would look like. Would that... Oh, hey, not bad at all.
You know, dude, you're supposed to be a professional comedian. Like, that's, I mean, you know, and what's the level of consciousness that would think this is funny? Not even a good... I mean, the skin tones don't... That's clearly not. You know, like Bernie Sanders, I mean, it's something so sloppily done, but it's not even funny, right? I knew this is where he was going when he said that, you know, beginning to set up part of the joke to a stupid picture that's not funny. Like, this is embarrassing on a comic level.
Oh, he's feeling the burn in the gym now.
So let's go to Don Lemon. Here it says, hypocrisy is off the charts. This is one of Don Lemon's favorite lines because he's not very smart and doesn't have a firm grasp on reality. And he's still obsessed with Trump. I haven't watched this yet, but I know what he's going to say. He's a like one-trick pony here.
So I want you to remember this, that the law makes it a crime to give food or water to voters waiting in line. A crime. Corporations like Delta and Coca-Cola are taking sides against the law. Major League Baseball is moving the All-Star game out of Atlanta into Denver. But that is too much for Mitch McConnell. The hypocrisy, as it always seems to be, is off the charts here, and I'm going to explain.
There it is. The hypocrisy is off the charts. Don Lemon. The hypocrisy is off the charts here. Joe Biden isn't hypocritical, neither is CNN. It's just the Republicans and Trump. It is off the charts. There's charts for hypocrisy. Like, you got these hypocrisy charts, and the hypocrisy that's being exhibited won't even fit on those charts anymore. It's literally off the chart. It's so that there's no chart. You can make the biggest chart in the universe, an infinite chart, and hypocrisy would still be off it because there's no chart that can hold their hypocrisy. You can't hold their hypocrisy with a chart. There's no way you can chart that. You can't even think about charting their hypocrisy. This guy knows, Don Lemon.
So make sure you sit down and watch. Okay? Facts first here. Mitch McConnell.
Facts first. You know they're lying when they say facts first. Facts first. We got facts first. The hypocrisy is off the chart. That's a fact. There's no chart big enough in the world to hold hypocrisy. Fact. And that's first. We'll start with the facts, and then we'll bring in the lies.
So don't blame the wokes.
Wow, is that like Peter Brady?
So don't blame the wokes.
If you do, you'll know. When it's time to change, then it's time to change.
So don't blame the wokes. Okay? The former president, you knew he'd get into the middle of this, didn't you? You knew he was going to do it. Putting out a statement complaining about woke cancel culture, in all caps, in case you might have missed it, and our sacred elections. And another calling for a boycott of baseball and what he calls all of the woke companies that are interfering with free and fair elections. Are you listening, Coke, Delta, and all? No. Ooh, cancel culture.
I mean, he's taking it to new levels of sucking. His levels of sucking are off the charts. Like, you can't, no chart can hold his level of sucking. Like, I mean, he's just so bad. Like, this is supposed to be the news.
Okay, again, you got to watch this because this is from the king, or as we say, the Kang, where I'm from, of cancel culture. Pretty rich for you-know-who to complain about Democrats calling for boycotts of companies that offend them. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Kang of cancel culture, who got it in another dig at Major League Baseball today. Here it is.
They're going to Newsmax, right? We already saw this. They're going to Newsmax, right? Like, they're just, dumpster diving for anything so that they can find a way to talk about Trump. It's just the worst.
Boycott baseball, why not?
Never heard of ESPN, right? if you want to know this, we're the sports channel, baseball. Why not boycott MLB? The king of cancel culture can add that to his list, okay?
The hypocrisy, it's off the charts.
Because there's Coke, there's Delta, there's Major League Baseball. But there's more from the king of cancel culture. There's Rolling Stone. There's HBO. I mean, there's too much. I can't even fit it on the screen, my face, if we get bored. There's HBO.
So you're saying that cancel culture is bad? And, this idea of people being woke, the woke people, I mean, I hope someday they realize, just like the Cubies, that there was something real going on in terms of the truth community where people were looking beyond, the superficial narratives provided by the mainstream media and everybody else, right? The people who control the system. And that's, the truth community has now been infested by woke people and Cubies and all these, people think they're having a shift in their consciousness. They're just being Peter Pipered off the cliff, right?
There's Apple, there's Macy's, Univision, Fox News, AT&T, the NFL, there's Harley Davidson, there's Nike, Starbucks, Goodyear, Comcast, T-Mobile, Geico.
He's giving these guys free advertising. Do you have to read them all? We can see the logos. Is that how long he's very, 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 he's stretching his news program he doesn't have, he doesn't have any real content. So I'll read every one of these.
Oreo, Mexico, the Wall Street Journal editorial board, NBC, even Glenfiddich whiskey. That last one for praising a Scottish farmer who refused to sell his land to Trump. Who was canceled? Not by cancel culture, but by what? The voters.
Kablowy. Just horrible. Who's watching this? Who watches this guy and is wow, this guy has cracked the code. What level of IQ do you have to have and your perception of reality do you have to think this guy is delivering quality analysis of the world, right? Like, what kind of brain damage audience do they have to like, well, this guy really gets it. Oh, yeah, I get my perception of reality from Don Lemons. The hypocrisy is off the charts, I tell you. Quality of life plummets, taxes rocket, and New York City faces doom. Bell tolls for New York City on the front page of the New York Post. And, things aren't going so well in NYC. You notice how just everything is just totally suck right now. I mean, I'm not talking about the economy collapsing or the COVID stuff. I'm not talking about the agenda. I'm not talking about, the powers that be, the people who control the system, the controllers, and even the Hollywood celebrities. I'm just talking about content. I'm talking about news. I'm talking about sports, and certainly about entertainment shows, commercials, all these things. They're just horrible. They're just really, really bad. I mean, they're not watchable. The news is just a complete joke. The comedians, comedy, I forgot comedy. The comedy isn't funny. The comedians aren't funny. The movies are bad. I mean, the movies are horrible. Like the TV shows, what they've done in terms of rearranging the way that they structure narratives. And you have women who are small, like small models who are beating up giant men, defying the laws of physics. I mean, everything. They've just made everything suck even worse than it sucked before. There's very few things that are intelligent or spiritual in nature. I mean, I talk about this all the time, that feed your internal world, that are, I don't want to just say wholesome, but they're family oriented and they help inspire you, and they, fill your heart with love. They're using Satan, rebranding Satan. People aren't being nurtured on the inside. I mean, the heartfelt meditation that I do, where you meditate and there's this transmission. But you can also receive inspiration from a well-made movie or TV show that, makes you, inspires you in some way. And you just don't see that anymore. Everything is just suck, right? And so, JoJo's leading the way. I mean, you think about what he's doing in terms of raising corporate taxes and raising taxes on the wealthy, which, most people are for that. And you say, all right, they should pay their fair share. Yeah, but they're not going to. They'll just leave the country and they'll find a way to, hide their wealth and things like this. And the way to destroy a country is to tax the wealthy and the corporations and discourage business, and then bring in, like, just to open the borders and have a flood of immigrants come into your country. I mean, there's just so many ways the country is going, downhill right now. But they're purposefully collapsing it, and the level of suck is leading the way. Only spirituality will save this world. It's Paul Romano, definitely reporting from the Apocalypse and the Ascension. Everyone have a blessed day, and be grateful.